Everyone knows how funny G8 is, and with good reason. Those episodes were hilarious, and many people consider it to be canon because of how great it is. But me personally, I've always enjoyed another filler arc just a little bit more, and that arc is the one right after Post-Indies Lobby and right before Thriller Bar. That's right, I am talking about the Ice Hunters arc. And this arc is just hilarious. It starts right after Post-Indies Lobby when the Straw Hats are still riding their high from Indies Lobby, and looking at it from their perspective, they, in order, challenged the entire world government to a war, saved their older sister from depression and the law, beat up some punk named Robert, got Indies Lobby burned to the ground off principle alone, recruited the best shipwright in Water 7, got that shipwright to build them a ship that can fly, made peace with their brother who was going through his own character arc, and to top it all off, they just escaped an admiral and the marine hero Garp. If I was them, I would think I was invincible too. So everyone is still celebrating on their new ship. Nami is taking a bath in her new tub. Usopp and Luffy are catching fish to put in their new aquarium. And the best part is Chopper now has an official doctor's office. Well, Dr. Chopper, now you really are the most devious bastard in New York City. Ha, 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 ha. While everyone's enjoying themselves, suddenly snow starts to fall on the Sunny. I guess it's snowing. Hey, Zoro, what are you doing? We talked about this. When it snows, you're supposed to sing this. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Yeah, see, you gotta let it go, Zoro. Yeah, let it go. Come on. Let it go. You gotta let it go. While everyone's enjoying the snow day, this is when Zoro spots a ship getting closer to the Sunny. So he calls out to the rest of the crew, and I just want to call attention to this frame. What the hell are they doing? No, I really want to know, because if this was Chopper's idea and they're catching the snow to keep in the freezer, well, then that's cute. But I know that that's not what's happening. I know those idiots are going to fill 3 sacks with snow, draw mustaches on all of them, and treat them like they're new crew members. Anyway, while everyone is enjoying the snow day, Zoro sees a raggedy rundown ship off into the distance. And when they look on the ship, it looks like everybody on board is in terrible shape. They look starving and exhausted. So Luffy decides to pull the Sunny over so they can see if they need any help. So all of the Straw Hats pull their ship over and ask everybody, hey, do you guys need help? And everybody on the ship says that they are fishermen and they were attacked by pirates on the way here, and so that's why their ship looks so trashed. And they are starving because currently they are lost at sea, which is a bold-faced lie. These people aren't fishermen. But Luffy tells them to shut up, dummy, and come on inside and eat. Our cook's almost done making dinner. So one of the guys on the ship called Stanson calls his boss, and he's like, hey, we just found a pirate crew out here, and you might want to come out and capture them and take their flag. And the guy on the other end of the phone call says, sweet, what does their pirate flag look like? And then Stanson describes the flag, and he's like, what the hell? You mean you have the Straw Hats right there? Their captain is worth over 300 million berries. And then he says to hold the Straw Hats right there because he is on his way right now. Like I said, all of the people on this rundown ship are not really fishermen like they will tell the Straw Hats. They are actually the Phoenix Pirates. And they ran into the Ice Hunters in the New World. The Ice Hunters beat them up, and then they made them work for them. And now the Ice Hunters have their eyes fixed on the Straw Hats. So Stanson goes back outside and continues to try to fool the Straw Hats. And let me tell you, these guys are terrible at pretending to be fishermen. They're like, wait a minute, you guys are heading to the New World right now? Don't go there. It's a crazy place with strong people. And so the Straw Hats are like, oh, have you been to the New World before? And they're like, no, I haven't. Sanji, Nami, Robin, and Frankie all look at them like, yeah, all right, dude. Immediately onto them. But that's when Stanson comes outside with a barrel of alcohol and says they should all get drunk. And Zoro's like, well, they say that they're fishermen and they have alcohol. I say we don't ask them any more questions. With the Phoenix Pirates, there is this child called Jiro, and he asks Chopper to follow him onto their ship so that Chopper can heal someone there. And when Chopper gets there to see who Jiro is talking about, Chopper sees that this guy is basically about to die. Chopper has to do surgery on him immediately. So Chopper is at this point on their ship while everyone else is on the Sunny, and Sanji is serving them dinner while they act suspicious as hell. Like, drink up, Straw Hats. Boy, all this food and booze sure is tasty, huh, guys? A few minutes later, and it seems like all of the Straw Hats are passed out because, surprise, surprise, they drugged the food and the booze while the Straw Hats weren't looking. So while they're on the Sunny and all the Straw Hats seem to be passed out, they begin openly talking about what the plan is. How they are going to take the Sunny with all the Straw Hats on board straight to the Ice Hunters. And that's when Frankie gets up like, hey, you know we can hear every word you're saying, right? Like, you're not even hiding or trying to keep your voice down. And that's when Sanji and Robin walk out with him too. Zoro even gets up and sees that Frankie, Sanji, and Robin were faking being passed out, so he figures, well, you know, they have it it under control. And then he just goes back to sleep. You see, he did drink the drug booze. It's just the Phoenix Pirates vastly underestimated Zoro's liver's ability to metabolize toxins. So yeah, he's just fine, just a little sleepy. So Sanji and Frankie start pressing the Phoenix Pirates to tell them who they really are and what they really want. And now that they're caught, that's when a couple of crash outs charge the Straw Hats and fully reveal their intentions to take the ship by force. And that's when Stanson jumps up and slams one of the crash outs into the ground. Then he gets up like, oh wow, damn, sorry about that. Anyway, like I said, we are fishermen. So all of this commotion finally brings Zoro out. He walks outside and he's like, what the hell? How are you guys still fighting these people? What is going on down there? And that's when Nami drags out Luffy and Usopp, who weren't in on this at all. They fully ate the food and drank the poison, and they have been knocked out this whole time. Stanson freaks out and everyone jumps off the Sunny back onto their ship to escape. And mind you, they're doing all of this while Chopper is performing open heart surgery on their captain downstairs. At the same time, a little farther off, the Blades of Glory dude that called Stanson earlier deploys what he calls the Seagull Trap. And the Straw Hats see a bunch of marine ships in the distance, so they take off in the other direction with the Phoenix pirate ship still attached to their own. The Marines, or what appear to be Marines, have them all surrounded, and they are baited into heading through an opening in the Marine barricade. Only the thing is, it wasn't a bunch of Marine ships, it was actually a bunch of rafts with Marine flags. The Blades of Glory dude has successfully baited these guys to head further into the trap they're setting. As soon as they escape, Luffy and the others head onto the Phoenix pirate ship to get Chopper back, and that's when the kid that asked him for help runs out and stops Chopper from leaving. The kid explains to Chopper that a crew wiped out theirs, and his friend, the captain of the Phoenix Pirates, Puzzle, almost died in the New World. The kid said that no one there took him seriously, and of course they didn't. His name is Puzzle. Some time passes and day breaks. Nami senses something feels off. There's icebergs everywhere that seem to move on their own, and it's almost like they're running into the Sunny on purpose. They've stumbled into a valley of icebergs crashing into each other. Nami's like, hold on, Sanji, there's some weird weather shit going on over here. We gotta go. Zoro cuts an iceberg in half so the Sunny can pass through and lands on top of an iceberg. A second later, even more icebergs start coming out of the sea, and a huge whirlpool appears and pulls the Sunny along, separating the Sunny from the Phoenix pirate ship where Luffy and Chopper are. The Ice Hunters run an iceberg into their ship and introduce themselves. And so now we can finally be properly introduced to the Ice Hunters. The funniest thing about them is that they're just a bunch of regular dudes. Regular people in the New World hunting pirates. I honestly do not know how they captured so many pirates, because only like 3 of them have devil fruit powers, and every devil fruit power that they have is sorry anyway. One of the guys is just a dude who plays hockey. Like, I'm not making that up or exaggerating. I swear to God, he just has a hockey puck and a hockey stick. Like, that's it. That's what he's bringing to the table in the New World. There's also an ice skating couple who likes to make out in front of people. The girl's name is Arbel, and I don't remember the dude's name. It doesn't matter. He just looks like he's an extra in Blades of Glory. But right when the Ice Hunters think they have the Straw Hats surrounded, Frankie does the coup to burst, and the Sunny flies away. Now, one of the Ice Hunters is this little kid named Lil, and she is friends with a bunch of animals in this area. So she summons a birdfish to steal the Straw Hats' Jolly Roger. Ooh, well, that was close. Oh my God! Our Jolly Roger's gone! Come to think of it, so is Zoro. Damn. Can't believe they got lost again. Are they stupid or what? So this is it. This is when the comedy in this arc truly shows itself for me. Sanji immediately understands the situation. You see, he knows his captain, and he does not want Luffy to get back to the Sunny and see that they let a bunch of ice skating idiots steal their Jolly Roger. The shit that Luffy would talk haunts everyone, and they immediately agree, nope, fuck that, no matter what, we cannot let that happen. So the main mission for this arc officially begins. It's not to save some princess or defeat another pirate crew like usual. The plot of this arc is literally to get their flag back before Luffy can realize that they let it get stolen. Like, G8 was unserious, but there was still tension. This, though, this is just nonsense. Like, it would be one thing if their pride in being a pirate crew was compelling them to retrieve that flag as soon as possible, but no, all of the tension in this arc is coming from the fear of the shit Luffy is going to talk when he realizes that the future Pirate King's crew just let a less funny version of the Foxy Pirate steal his Jolly Roger. So now that everybody understands how dire the situation is, like I said, the comedy of this arc is in full swing. Nami and Sanji become team leaders, and they give everybody their code names and mission brief. Mr. Prince, Soga King, Robot Boy, Cat Lady, and Miss All Sunday need to get the Straw Hats' Jolly Roger back before Captain Crackhead finds out what happened. Meanwhile, Luffy and Chopper are back on the Phoenix pirate ship, dealing with another one of the Ice Hunters. And would that be you, Mugiwara? You know, we already stole your Jolly Roger right from under your crew's noses. Oh my God, I hope that's true. If that is true, I cannot wait to get back to the ship and call them sorry for letting that happen. Like, I don't believe they would let that happen, but I really hope it did. Yep, that flag should already be in Lovely Land by now, and then it's ours forever. Shut up, dummy. There's no way Zoro would let anything like that happen. Hello? Is anybody out there? Okay, I'll admit it. I was the one that got lost. All right, joke's on me, guys. Guys? Anyway, you're toast, buddy. Yaw! So Luffy fights Blend on the Phoenix pirate ship a little bit, and he is whooping his ass. And that guy is scared. He's realizing this crackhead can fight, so he decides to run away. And Luffy jumps after him, but the dummy forgets they're in the middle of the ocean. He jumps right into the sea and starts to drown. Luckily, Puzzle pulls Luffy out of the water, and they save him. And then they capture Blend, who was trying to escape too. But to everyone's surprise, Puzzle says that he didn't capture Blend to get payback on the Ice Hunters, but he instead wants to make a deal. He says that if the Ice Hunters let his crew go, then he can go free, and he'll even offer himself up to the Ice Hunters as well. And Luffy is listening to all this thoroughly confused. He's like, why are you peacemaking with this guy? How weak is everyone on this ship? That's when Blend gets a phone call, and he tells the kid to answer it. They answer, and it's Blend's twin brother, who is told that Blend is captured, so he rushes right over to save him. Whoa, Shadow Clone Jutsu! Excuse me? I can't believe it. Real ninjas on the Grand Line. Give up, Mugiwara. Me and my brother have the power of magnets. We can repel and attract each other whenever we want. What do you think about that? Yeah, I got a question. What does any of that got to do with what I'm about to do to you? So now Luffy and the others have to fight Blend and his twin brother Blonde. The twins can repel and attract each other, which can be pretty annoying to fight against, but they're fighting Luffy, the most annoying character to fight in all of fiction. I'm not kidding. If you were a Marine or a rival pirate watching Luffy fight, he either looks like an experienced brawler with the most innovative fighting style you've ever seen, or he's a Floridian crackhead in a state of flow, just doing shit. Now imagine the horror of fighting Luffy and realizing that he's somehow both of those things. So Robot Boy and Cat Lady leave the Sunny and use Docking System Channel 3 to take their brand new submarine into the Arctic Path, where they hope to find the pirates that stole their Jolly Roger. Meanwhile, Mr. Prince, Soga King, and Miss All Sunday will wait on the Sunny and provide comms. So while they're riding in the submarine, this is when Nami looks outside and sees that a bunch of penguins are pushing the icebergs, and that's how they're moving. As soon as she realizes this, the penguins start chasing their submarine. At the same time, an iceberg rams into the Sunny and throws Soga King and Mr. Prince off the ship. When Mr. Prince and Soga King come to, they find that they are inside one of the icebergs. Damn, that hurt. Oh, hey, it's a penguin. What's up, little guy? Oh God! Soga King, don't move. I'm pretty sure these are savage penguins. They're basically just a violent breed of crash-out sea pigeons. Mr. Prince and Soga King get away from the sea pigeons until they run into the Blades of Glory couple, who are still just making out. Sanji is seeing them make out, and it's just making his blood boil. He's like, son of a bitch, it should have been me. Blades of Glory dude charges after Soga King, and Mr. Prince doesn't give a shit. He goes to help Arbel up. She pushes him off of her, and that's when her and the Blades of Glory dude go to do a team attack. Mr. Prince sends the Blades of Glory dude flying, and then he catches Arbel in his arms. She gets pissed again and starts choking Mr. Prince. Arbel and Blades of Glory crack the ice underneath them and send them into the water. Soga King starts to panic, but Mr. Prince is in heaven. Being choked by a woman is literally all he's ever wanted, and finally getting that, it's enough for him to dissociate completely. Sanji, please help. Can you believe it, Usopp? She choked me with both her hands. Somebody help us! Zoro! Where are you? Food, water, atmosphere. What's the... Maybe they have a bar. So the Blades of Glory couple, the hockey-playing dude and the girl who can talk to wild animals, intercept the Straw Hats, and one by one, they beat up everybody. To be fair, Robin isn't defeated or beaten up at all. She really is just trying to befriend this misled little girl who thinks that she has to be mean to the Straw Hats. Like, Robin's not gonna beat up a kid. Luffy will, though. Luffy absolutely would. In fact, I'm convinced the only reason that she went along with the little girl and let herself be captured is because she was convinced that if Luffy got back to the Sunny and saw that their Jolly Roger was gone along with most of their crew members and this mysterious little girl is here, I mean, I really think he would just punch the little girl in the face and ask questions later. Meanwhile, Luffy has been whooping Blend and his twin brother this entire time, until they eventually get a call from the rest of their family telling them that they've caught most of the Straw Hats, and they have the Jolly Roger already, so just come on back home. And the twins hear that and they're like, oh, thank God, let's get out of here. They sail away with Luffy screaming in the distance like, yeah, I like the way you run, boy. So Luffy, Chopper, and the rest of the Phoenix Pirates set sail after Blend and his brother. At the same time, in the basement of the Ice Hunter's mansion, the Straw Hats that were captured are in an ice prison with the hockey dude and the Blades of Glory couple standing over them. This sucks. What the? Nami, help us! Nami Swan, I got choked and it was awesome. Unbelievable. And where the hell is Zoro? And then I said, if I'm gonna die, then I want to make sure my statue is in a cool pose. And you did that after you tried to cut both your legs off. You are crazy. Yep, true story. Hey, wait a minute. What's that? Huh? Oh yeah, that's the Straw Hats pirate flag. Why do you have that? We're bounty hunters and we collect pirate flags of the people we capture. You're a bounty hunter? I thought this was a bar. In the middle of a blizzard? Yes! Oh my god, alright, I'm putting the pieces together now, and I gotta cut you down. I'm sorry, I cannot let my captain find out that I let Jelly Roll steal our Jolly Roger. So Zoro and Jelly Roll start fighting a little bit, but all of the other ice hunters enter the room in a panic, and they press the Rancor Pit button that opens the floor, sending Zoro falling into the ice dungeon with the others. So now everyone is captured and trying to figure out how to escape before they all freeze to death. Everyone's captured except for our girl Nico Robin, who is also at the ice hunter's mansion, and she even stops by the ice dungeon to check on them. They're all like, damn, Robin, how'd you get in here? And she's like, oh, I literally just walked in the front door. You see, Robin is still accompanied by the child that's with the ice hunters, and she's not just gonna let her free all of her friends. So Robin keeps playing along, and instead she asks if she can give her friends some food while they're in this ice dungeon. So Lil has one of her guards throw down a bunch of food, and in that food bag is also some cola for Frankie. More than enough for him to fart their way out of the ice prison. So now everyone has renewed hope. The mission is back on. Mr. Prince, Soga King, Robot Boy, Cat Lady, and their directionally dyslexic swordsman are all free, and they don't waste any time. They start running through the mansion to find their Jolly Roger. So everyone's free, which is good because as soon as they are free, they see Luffy pulling up to the Ice Hunter's mansion shouting his full name, address, and social security number. But before we figure that out, it's snack time with Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. Both Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co are both Japanese snack subscription boxes, and with Tokyo Treat, you can look forward to the latest limited edition and exclusive snacks that are only available in Japan. Sakura Co, meanwhile, is a Japanese artisan snack box, which means you'll enjoy even more region-specific snacks, including teas and tableware. And the theme for Tokyo Treat this month is Summer Matsuri Snack Fest. Enjoy snacks like the chocolate orange Kit Kats, the DIY candy apple, kakigori jelly, mini sugar donuts, soy sauce corn puffs, ramune gummies, strawberry cotton candy, and dan dan yaki crackers. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. And for Sakura Co, the theme is Journey to Okinawa. Celebrate the spirit of Okinawa with snacks like the mango jelly, the shinsuku, the Okinawa almond caramel cookie, benimo pie, honey plum, Okinawa baked chocolate, the kakuro cinnamon peanuts, and much more. And of course, it all pairs well with the tea for this month, the Sanpin tea. And the tableware item for this month is one of Bloom's handpicked ceramics. And as usual, if you want to learn about the regions you're getting all of these snacks from, or if you need to check out any allergen information for any of the snacks that you'll be eating, then you'll enjoy going through the booklets that come with each box. So if you think this all sounds delicious and you'd like to get a box for yourself or for someone you love, check out the link in the description of this video and use code Mugiwara to receive $5 off your first Tokyo Treat or Sakura Co box. A very special thank you to Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co for sponsoring this video, and an equally special thank you to you for watching this video. And with that, we are back to the show. So the gang searches the mansion, and Luffy and Chopper pull up outside and begin to fight the Ice Hunters. Damn, that Shadow Clone jutsu is pretty tricky. We keep telling you we're not ninjas, we're twins. I gotta pull it together. If I can't beat two Shadow Clones, how the hell am I gonna beat Naruto? I'll show you how. Not so fast, Mugiwara. Don't underestimate the Ice Hunters or my... I'll go, ah! Oh my god! I've never been hit that hard in my life! Are you just a guy that plays hockey? Oh my god, it hurts so bad! And who are you? Is that a reindeer doing drugs? What is he? Oh my god! Chopper starts rolling all over the hockey dude, so he panics and whistles, which summons all those crazy crackhead pigeons. Meanwhile, Zoro and the others run up the flight of stairs, and Zoro says he remembers where the flag is. Foolishly, they believe it. Well, they don't. Usopp foolishly believes him. And Usopp lets Zoro Scooby-Doo themselves into 10 doors before Usopp finally understands Zoro has no idea where he's going. Zoro gets frustrated and runs off on his own to prove to everybody that he can find it, and that's when Robin shows up saying, okay, I actually know where it is, so I'm gonna go find it. Back outside, Puzzle and the other Phoenix pirates finally grow a spine, and they start fighting back against the crazy crackhead sea pigeons. The rest of the Ice Hunters gather around, and that's when the rest of the Straw Hats show up too. So Luffy sees them, and he's like, hey, guys, what the hell? They said they took our flag. Is that true? And they all ignore Luffy's questions and run after the Ice Hunters. You see, the plan is still on, and for it to work, they need to make sure Luffy stays outside while Robin, who knows exactly where the flag should be, will steal it and put it back on the Sunny before Luffy notices that it's gone. So everyone else is outside beating up the Ice Hunters and attempting to keep Luffy from going inside. We got you now, you damn dirty bastards. Hey, Usopp, hang on a sec. Luffy, thank God I found you. We gotta whoop these guys. They're the worst. Yeah, they told me they stole our Jolly Roger. I'm just gonna go in there and check. Oh, no, you can't go inside, Luffy. And why not? Because there's a sealing jutsu on the door that only goes away when we beat all 5 of the Ice Hunters. A sealing jutsu? Yes. So those were ninjas. I told you, Chopper. Now let's go get them. So because of Usopp's quick thinking, Luffy believes he has to whoop all of the Ice Hunters first. But in the struggle, Luffy punches the door wide open almost immediately. Usopp panics, but Nami is still locked in. She doesn't waste any time. She starts to fight with Arbel because she sees Sanji is bullshitting, and Arbel is like, why do you seem so confident? And Nami doesn't answer her. She's just like, why are we still, this is taking so much time. We gotta hurry up and get that flag back. So Nami zaps her with lightning, taking Arbel out of the fight immediately. Meanwhile, Sonic corners the Blades of Glory dude and beats his ass to the beat of Lady Hump by the Black Eyed Peas. That's when the fat dad wobbles his ass out of the mansion and he sees all of his family members beat the fuck up on the ground. So Jelly Roll and Captain Crackhead finally meet, and he tells Luffy that his plan is to use all the money that he's collecting from these pirate bounties to start One Piece on ice. And Luffy's like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. And for a second, these two just start skating around singing Disney songs. The Strides are watching this confused but so grateful because every second these two idiots waste doing whatever the hell this is, it gives them even more time to find their Jolly Roger. So Nami sends Sanji and Usopp back into the mansion to find out what's taking Robin so long, and they run back up the flight of stairs, kick down a door, and they find Robin tied up by the little kid she was befriending. Damn, guess we gotta beat up a kid. Oh well, wouldn't be the first time. Back outside, an explosion happens from Luffy's fight, and the roof caves in, which frees Robin, and she saves Lil from the rest of the falling debris. Robin gives Lil a pep talk. She tells her to go back to her family because they all clearly love her. She specifically tells Lil that no matter how sad she feels, she is not alone. And thankful for Robin's kindness, Lil lets Robin, Sanji, and Usopp leave. Chopper and Jiro are also in the mansion, and they manage to find the room with all the pirate flags and start looking for theirs. And at the same time, Luffy gets tired of playing around outside. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Why do you look so different? Pow! Luffy jet pistols the fat dad through his own mansion, and he crashes through the entire building, burning up the place until he gets to the room with all the pirate flags. Fat dad bursts through the roof, and then all the Jolly Rogers of the pirates they've captured are flying in the air just above the mansion ruins. So now the Straw Hats absolutely have to find their Jolly Roger before Luffy sees it off the Sunny. Luckily, Luffy still can't go over there and see what's going on because he's still fighting Fat Dad. Hang on a second. Is that a transformation? Did you have that this whole time? Why did you wait till now to do it? I've never been hit that hard before. Oh, what, you don't want to say anything anymore, crackhead? What is going on? Who are you? And without a word, Luffy keeps whooping his ass while the Straw Hats regroup with each other. Since Luffy destroyed the mansion, there aren't any more walls to confuse Zoro, so he finally stops walking through random doors like he's in Scooby-Doo and joins the effort. They agree to look for their flag, but this is when one of the fish birds conveniently drops their flag in front of them. The little girl that Robin befriended thanked her for her kind words by giving them their flag back. Back to Luffy's fight outside, Fat Dad is doing whatever he can to win, and he keeps burning Luffy, and Luffy doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care how hot he is beating the hell out of this guy. Jelly Roll is confused. He's like, so what, you don't give a damn about self-preservation at all? Like, your hands are burning. I am thousands of degrees. Like, stop fighting so hard. Just let me have the flag. You can get another one. I'm a bounty hunter. This is how my family eats. That's why I'm doing this. Why are you doing this? And Luffy looks Jelly Roll dead in his eyes, and he says, I just like fighting. And then Luffy says, Gomu Gomu no Jet Bazooka. He doesn't care that Fat Dad is burning at 10,000 degrees. He sends him flying, and just like that, the fighting is done. Fat Dad is knocked the fuck out. So now all of the Straw Hats come back outside and see Luffy as the last man standing, and they start to panic when Luffy notices them, like, hey, what have you guys been doing this whole time? They tell me that they stole our flag, okay? If that's true, I'm gonna call everybody sorry. And it's funny as hell because as soon as Luffy sees them, they just take off running. They're like, fuck no, we got it. Let's just go. Hurry up. And it's just so funny because they were so right. They were so right to not want this to happen because Luffy doesn't even know for sure that it happened yet. And he's like, ooh, I can't wait to make fun of you guys for letting this happen. And Luffy takes off chasing them. This is when Frankie waves at them from the shore. While they were all fighting, he went to go get the Sunny. So they run to the ship with Luffy following close behind. Damn it, he's almost here. We're on it, Nami Spawn. Hopefully he'll land on the ship. Hopefully. Wait, what are you talking about? French kick. Wow, wait, what is the plan here? Hold still, Usopp. Wait, what? By the way, which way is left? What? Dyslexic slash. Whoa! Finally, where the hell have you guys been? I've been fighting a fat dude for like 20 minutes. Did you guys really let them take our flag? Take our Jolly Roger? That's crazy. Zoro would never let that happen. Right, Zoro? That's right, Sanji. You are also quite dependable and have a great jawline. Ha 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 ha. Well, I guess it is right there. Jelly Roll and those ninjas must have been lying to me. My bad, guys. Sorry for doubting you. Ow, that was a close one. Mission complete. And just like that, the top secret Jolly Roger retrieval mission was a success. Later on during movie night, Mr. Prince and Cat Lady debrief all their agents and congratulate everyone on a job well done. And Puzzle, Jiro, and the others get new wind in their sails and vow to meet Luffy and the others in the new world. And so that's it. That's the Ice Hunters arc. I really like how the goal of this entire arc is just to escape being called sorry by their captain. Something that is, it's so reasonable when you know who Luffy is. Luffy is such a selfish and petty person in the funniest ways, man. I love him so much. It's just fun all around, and I love it so much. But let me know what you guys think. Is G8 still #1 for you? Did I convince you to maybe give this arc a watch? I hope so, because I love this arc a whole lot. But that's about it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being interested, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.